Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell because what we're talking about today will truly surprise you. Two of the most loved stars in Korea, a couple whose romance once felt like it was written in the stars, Hyun and Son Ye-jin. They went from co-stars to lovers to husband and wife, and for a long time, they looked like the ultimate power couple. But then, suddenly, the internet erupted. Whispers, accusations, videos, and headlines claiming something no one wanted to believe: divorce. The world was stunned. Fans couldn't breathe. And yet, the way Hyun and Son Ye-jin handled it left everyone speechless for a completely different reason. Because their reaction, or maybe the lack of one, said more than any press conference ever could. So, sit back, grab your tea, and let's unpack how this picture-perfect love story became the center of a storm and how their calm, graceful attitude after it all spoke louder than any scandal. It's almost poetic, how their love story began. Long before they officially dated, Hyun and Son Ye-jin crossed paths in the world of K-dramas and film festivals. Fans could feel it, that spark. That effortless chemistry that no director could script. Then came Crash Landing on You. The show that broke records, melted hearts, and turned Ri Jong-hyuk and Yoon Se-ri into household names. It wasn't just acting, people swore you could see the affection in their eyes. And not long after the series ended, it became official. The rumors were true, but in the good way. They were dating. In 2022, they stood together at the altar, surrounded by soft light and flowers, saying vows that made fans across the world cry happy tears. The photos from that day looked straight out of a romance film, pure, genuine, and full of hope. Later that year, they welcomed a baby boy, a symbol of the love story everyone believed was unbreakable. Index finger pointing up question for you. When you first heard they were getting married, did you smile like it was your own friends tying the knot? Because honestly, who didn't feel a little emotional? For a while, everything seemed perfect. Their careers were strong, their marriage looked happy, and fans couldn't get enough of their little glimpses of family life. But then, the calm shattered. In early 2023, a YouTube video surfaced, one of those low-quality rumor channels that somehow gained traction overnight. It claimed Hyun and Son Ye-jin were on the verge of divorce. Not only that, it threw in wild allegations, money problems, gambling addiction, personal issues. It was baseless. But it spread like wildfire. Thousands of comments, reaction videos, and clickbait headlines followed. Some fans were heartbroken. Others were furious. And the saddest part? Many people believed it just because it felt dramatic enough to be true. Index finger pointing up question for you. Be honest, when you see celebrity scandals online, do you instinctively believe them? Or do you hold back until there's proof? The couple stayed silent for a moment. But behind the scenes, their agencies were already working. Soon, a calm yet firm statement came out. The rumors are groundless and false. We will be taking legal action. No chaos. No tears. No social media meltdown. Just clarity and quiet strength. They didn't feed the media storm. They didn't post emotional messages. They didn't try to explain their marriage to strangers. And that's when people started noticing something. Their calmness wasn't weakness. It was confidence. Hyun, when later asked about his wife in interviews, didn't act defensive or avoidant. Instead, he smiled softly and said, "We're both actors. She understands me, and I'm grateful for her support." A simple sentence, but full of meaning. He was saying, we're fine, we're solid, and I'm not wasting breath on lies. Son Ye-jin, on the other hand, took a completely different but equally powerful approach. While the tabloids were still buzzing, she quietly posted a never-before-seen photo from their wedding, just a candid, beautiful moment of love and happiness. No caption. No hashtags. Just that image. And that one act silenced so many voices. Let's pause for a second and think about this. Most of the time, when celebrities face scandals, their image takes a hit even if they're innocent. People remember the rumor, not the truth. But Hyun and Son Ye-jin's grace actually increased people's respect for them. Fans said, they're too elegant for this nonsense. Even news outlets started retracting and clarifying their reports. Because how can you attack people who refuse to fight dirty? Mealies who had to read those lies. But rather than letting anger control them, they leaned on each other. Their focus was on their child, their home, their peace. Even after the storm, they continued to appear in public, smile naturally, and live their lives. No awkward tension, no avoidance. Just genuine connection. And fans noticed. Every time Son Ye-jin posted a casual photo, every time Hyun Bin mentioned his family, people flooded the comments with support. We trust you both. You're our example of real love. Their calm didn't just save them, it healed their fandom. And when you look closer, this isn't just a story about celebrities. It's a story about how we handle lies, pressure, and public judgment in our own lives. Because even if we're not famous, we all face situations where people talk behind our backs, where our truth gets twisted. And maybe, the best response isn't always shouting. Sometimes, the best response is living your truth so consistently that the lies collapse on their own. That's what Hyun Bin and Son Ye-jin did. They lived with calmness, grace, and quiet confidence, and that became their loudest statement. Index finger pointing up question for you. Have you ever been in a situation where staying calm changed the outcome completely? Tell me your story below, I love reading them. Now, looking back, their story feels different. The scandal that once seemed like a storm is now just a faint cloud in a sky full of light. They've continued to work, to grow, and to raise their son away from the noise. Their relationship may not be perfect, no one's is, but it's strong in a way that comes only from trust and maturity. And in today's entertainment world, that's rare. They didn't let the rumor define their love story. They turned it into a lesson not just for fans, but for the entire industry. Because when everyone expected tears, they showed grace. When everyone expected statements, they offered peace. And when everyone waited for drama, they simply moved on. Alright guys, that's the full story of how Hyun Bin and Son Ye-jin handled the divorce scandal that tried to shake their marriage, and how their quiet strength proved everyone wrong. If you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and click that like button, share it with your fellow K-drama lovers, and if you're new here, subscribe for more stories just like this, stories that show the real people behind the fame. Thanks so much for spending your time with me today. And remember, sometimes the calmest people make the loudest statements. Stay kind, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one. Dizzy.